The Planet Fitness project that we just completed, it was actually for a company. They found us through a Google search. They've got some properties here in the Louisville, Kentucky area. It was Planet Fitness, AutoZone, and Big Lots parking lot. So they reached out to us through Google. Josh responded and got to talking with them and built some rapport and trust and established a great relationship with them right off the bat. They entrusted a $150,000 contract to us from a company that we've never done business with, this Pave It Forward. And so it's a new relationship for us. We were able to go out there, scope the project, get pictures, measurements, get them a proposal that was incredibly detailed, what needed to be done, what we were going to do to rectify the problems, and came up with a solution and presented that to them. And they went with us and awarded us the project. And throughout the project, Josh stayed in communication with them. We were sending them updated photos and photography and drone footage during the process of what we were doing. We had some big repairs we had to do in the back, some 3-inch depth spots that the semi truck traffic had really caused some damage to, and then a big portion of the front of the shopping center was really destroyed, and it had been overlaid 3 or 4 times prior, and I think that was part of the problem. They just kept overlaying and overlaying and overlaying, and they weren't getting down to the root problem. The issues were the cracking and the sub-base stuff that was going on underneath. So we did a 2-inch mill out there and got down to some really solid pavement and put 2 inches back. It ended up being right at about 1,000 tons worth. So it was a big scope of work, and we were able, we got the repairs done in the back the day prior, and we ended up actually paving the main entryway on day 1. And then day 2, we still had, 850 or so, 900 tons of milling and paving to do out front. We brought in 10 trucks. We had the milling crew start about 7 in the morning. They had most of it milled out by about noon, and we started paving, by 10 o'clock that morning, kind of right behind them, and finished it up, by 5:30 that afternoon. It's actually an immaculate paving job. And couldn't be prouder of the team. The weeks leading up to that, in communication with the real estate company, and in turn in communication with the tenants. Everybody knew what was going on. We were coming in, and we were going to create a huge disruption for about a 12-hour period, and that's what we did. But everybody knew we were coming. The customers of all those places knew we were coming. We had signs up on all the light posts and all the bollards out in the parking lot, so everybody kind of had a heads up, and we executed. We debriefed the team for about a week leading into it, starting the conversation of what things were going to look like and how it needed to be done. And we executed that to near perfection the day of. When you plan and you communicate and you put out scopes of work and proposals to customers that they can understand and believe in and appreciate the return on investment that we're proposing, and that's a good fit. That's a good combination. That's a good customer-vendor relationship. They've got several other properties here locally, and some within 2 or 3 hour range of us also, and we're now their contractor of choice. I think a lot of it came down to our professionalism and how quickly we responded to the request for a proposal, how detailed our proposal was, just how much information we gave them on the front end, how visible we are online, and how we look and how we present ourselves. And you're talking about a relationship that's several hundred miles away from us, and really all they've got to lean on is our online presence, our human phone interaction with them, the way we present the scope of work and proposal, the information and education we give them on the front end. They really trusted our brand and our capabilities. When we can show that on the front end, and then we can execute that on the back end, you got happy customers.